Intergenerational farming next on Meet the Farmer TV.
My great-grandfather was a farmer. He passed the farm down to my grandfather, who did livestock and vegetables. And then when my father took over the farm, he did just vegetables, and his farm is actually still running. So my husband and I started our own farm in a different area, and we do just livestock.
My family's been in Dartmouth since 1710. Originally, Joe Balmy was our original ancestor who built the first house on Horseneck Road. It's not there anymore, unfortunately, but he built the first house of the Almy family in 1710. We've been here ever since.
I'm one of 10 kids, grew up next to farms all around us, and yeah, so I've been farming since I was a kid. Actually went into it and doing some rescue and farming for the last 25, 30 years.
Meet the Farmer TV is independently produced and funded by Melli Productions, Leslie P. Jenkins, Photography and Graphic Design, and Planet Earth Diversified. Independent reporting to get you the best information about local food and food from the farm to your plate. I'm Michael Clark, and you're watching Meet the Farmer TV. Today on Meet the Farmer TV, the Dartmouth Farmers Market in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
So you're the market manager.
I am manager of the Dartmouth Farmers Market.
Tony, tell us a little bit about the Dartmouth Farmers Market.
Well, at the Farmers Market today, we have 6 of our farmers. All the farmers are local people. They're either from this town right here, Dartmouth, Massachusetts, or right next door, Westport, Massachusetts. So the furthest that any farmer comes is about 7 miles. So how far is that? 7 miles from where the food is produced. That, I think, is a pretty good commentary on the Dartmouth Farmers Market.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how are you? What's going on at the market today?
Oh, not too much. We're enjoying our day at the market. My husband and I run a pasture-raised livestock farm, which means that all of our animals have free range of the pasture. And we rotate them through the grass in hopes that they're getting a clean environment and also that they have the ability to forage some fresh greens. So it's an attempt to get some fresh things into their diet in addition to the grain that we give them. We started initially as a poultry farm. So when we first got started 5 years ago, we were just poultry. So we had all of our own chickens. We did laying hens. Those guys were for our eggs. And then we also did meat broilers, which is the chicken that you're used to eating. And everybody was out on pasture, meaning they all had free range to roam through the fields. And then 2 years ago, our son, we have a young son, and he gets to pick a new animal every year. So 2 years ago, he decided that he wanted to raise some pigs. So now we raise pigs as well. The pigs were a hit. Everybody liked it. So now we are also pork farmers. So pigs love to root. So they have a very natural desire to go out and dig things up and search around for food. So that works very well on our farm because we give them quite a bit of acreage to roam through, and they get to enjoy rooting. It keeps their brains active. It gives them a nice, healthy life, but it also provides them with a healthy diet because in that rooting they're also they're also consuming some of that grass. And now there have been a lot more studies that are coming out to show that pasture-raised pork, meaning pork that is fed on grain but also has access to fresh greens, results in a healthier pig and then also healthier meat for us as the consumer. So my great-grandfather was a farmer. He passed the farm down to my grandfather, who did livestock and vegetables. And then when my father took over the farm, he did just vegetables, and his farm is actually still running. So my husband and I started our own farm in a different area, and we do just livestock. So one of our main desires for being farmers was that we had our young son and we wanted him to be able to be a part of our life with us, a part of the way we earned our money. So farming is a wonderful way that our whole family can be involved. It's also really great because we then get to be involved in our larger community a lot more. So we are very lucky to be at a local farmers market right in our community. We know a lot of the folks, they know our farm, and it's also a really wonderful way for us to connect with our people, but then also to have our son feel like he is participating in the work that the whole family does. Each kid gets to choose what they want to do. Our son is still young, so he of course thinks farming is absolutely wonderful. I'm sure when he's a teenager he won't think it's nearly as fantastic. But right now he does really enjoy it and he really likes being a part of it. And we try to include him by giving him jobs and things. That's why he gets to pick an animal every year. And then we expect him to have responsibilities with those animals, and that's our hope for him to have a genuine interest in livestock as well. Well, GMOs are a huge concern. A lot of people, it's something on the forefront of a lot of people's mind nowadays. So actually this season was the first season we were able to get all of our livestock grains to be 100% GMO free. So we're really happy with that. And that was a direct result of requests from our customers. So customers have, over the last few years, have been asking us if we could do it. It took a little bit. We work with a small grain co-op out of Connecticut. But as a response to all the questions we were getting from our customers, we were able to put it together, and we now are a 100% GMO-free farm. And that's the joys of knowing your farmer. So our customers were communicating directly with us, and we were able to change our business to suit them even better because we were having those direct conversations with them. Yeah, we run what we call a farm share. So it's our version of a CSA. And it works just like a vegetable CSA. You start at the beginning of the season, you pay up front, you get a little discount because you're paying up front, but then you can come and pick up your meat with us all season. And that way you're helping the farmer because you're helping bring in some capital for the farmers in the spring, which is always when farmers are investing a lot in their fields and in their farm. And then we're able to pay that back to them in a little bit of a discount, but then they come all season and pick up all their products. I'm Elizabeth Frary, and I'm a local pasture-raised livestock farmer, and you're watching Meet the Farmer TV.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how are you doing? What's happening there at the Dartmouth Farmers Market?
Today I have a full line of baked goods made all from local products when I can get them. I do, throughout the season, I use all fresh fruits and vegetables that are available. And I don't use any preservatives. There's nothing in there that you can't spell or eat. I do organic farming or sustainable farming, which is certified naturally grown, which is another group. I do fruits and vegetables. I do tree fruit. I have cane fruits. I have potatoes, sweet potatoes, squash, greens, all of those kinds of things as well as all the baked goods. And anything that I grow, such as rhubarb or blueberries, I also incorporate into my baked goods. I have a farm and the bakery. The bakery is actually a small bakery, but it's part of my cafe, so it's a cafe and bakery. And I use that as sort of an outlet for my farm so that I can bake, grow things and use them. My family's been in Dartmouth since 1710. Originally, Joe Balmy was our original ancestor who built the first house on Horseneck Road. It's not there anymore, unfortunately, but he built the first house of the Almy family in 1710. We've been here ever since. King George originally owned most of Dartmouth as a land grant, and it was purchased by another gentleman whose name I can't remember at this time, and then part of that land grant became Quonset Farm. We purchased 800 acres from the original person. King George was the person who gave the contract to another person over here, so many hectares or acres or whatever. And then from that person brokered it out to families that came over. Oh, I have my son and I have a grandson, so I'll have, the tradition will carry on. It's not easy carrying on a family tradition. I introduced my son when he was about 4.5 or 5 to the farmer's market, so I've been doing this quite a long time. And then I just used to bring him with me all the time, and he learned math that way, actually, and learned how to interact with people. And he likes it. He has other interests, of course, but he will help me when I ask, because he's now a man who has a son. So I'm trying to interest my grandson by teaching him how to pick apples and how to grow things. And, he's young yet. He's only 5, but he'll learn. Mostly what I'm doing is, added value products, which is the bakery. So that's what I'm going through the bakery. I do also make my own jams and jellies. We do a lot of preserving for the family. I haven't gotten that any further than just the family, but the jams and jellies I do. So my daughter-in-law says she's interested in helping me do the canning, so that would be great. So that's carrying on the traditions. I have a certified kitchen, and with having the cafe, so that's a certified kitchen. I just have to have somebody approve that I can actually do the jams and jellies. So I know how to do them. They have to see the process and make sure that I'm doing it properly according to code. And after that, then it's all fine. They actually come to the facility and watch you make them. And then they let you know if the process is correct, and you learn the process. And then they say yes or no, whether you can do it or not. History, I really enjoy this area of the world, New England and Dartmouth per se. I'm just hoping we can continue our traditions and maintain a family presence here. That's what we're working on. So, my name is Mary. I am a sustainable farmer and a baker, and you're watching Meet the Farmer TV.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Tell me what's happening with your stand at the farmer's market.
I'm the owner of Say Cheese, and we sell all local artisan cheeses. We're also a member of the Mass Cheese Guild, and we sell local raw honey and farm fresh eggs. I'm one of 10 kids, grew up next to farms all around us, and so I've been farming since I was a kid. Actually went into it and doing some rescue and farming for the last 25, 30 years. And just got out of it about 1.5 years ago. This season I'm doing about 10 farmers markets, and that's pretty much all I do. I do the winter markets also. So yeah, I finally got some time off to enjoy myself. It's just, it's a great thing for, the buy local, buy fresh kind of thing, because you know where all your foods are coming from. There's nothing better than that.
Hi, I'm Mike West from Ssmacking Doodles, co-owner, me and my wife Melli.
Hey, how are you doing? What's happening there at the Dartmouth Farmer's Market?
We own Ssmacking Doodles cinnamon rolls out of East Taunton, Massachusetts, but we primarily do farmers markets. We do other events too. So thing with our Ssmacking Doodles is we are cinnamon rolls, but we flavor them, we frost them. So we've got about 45 different specialty flavors, and you'll see us rotate through. So if you were to come and visit us at the market, you'll see us rotate through the different flavors that we have. Typically what we try to do is we try to do a chocolate flavor and then also a fruit flavor. So for example, if you were to stop by today, you would have seen our chocolate chip cookie dough. We also have lemon blueberry. Now the cookie dough, it's actually a homemade cookie dough, and then we take a Lindt chocolate drizzle we put over it. It is eggless, so it's safe for the little kids. We're always conscientious of our ingredients, so everything that we do is all natural, no preservatives, no additives. Our cinnamon rolls are hand stretched, and it really makes a difference. You can really taste the quality. You can taste the difference in the quality. Come by the Dartmouth Farmers Market and visit us, and we'd love to see you. On our Facebook page, which is keyword Ssmacking Doodles in Facebook, or if you go to our website, smackingdoodles.com, you'll see all of our pictures of all of our different flavors. So the 40 different specialties and the savories, you'll see pictures of all of those up there. We're constantly updating. We're constantly adding new flavors. We love to hear from people too. So if you got a flavor that you want to send to us and say, hey, have you tried about this or have you tried that? Well, there's a good chance that we haven't thought about it, but we'd love to try it. So send it to us. You can message us through Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Obviously, Facebook and the website. Absolutely. We ship anywhere in the continental U.S. And in fact, when we do ship, we ship in a mason jar. So it actually comes as a nice a packaged idea, great as a gift item for somebody too as well. When we can, we locally source. So I mentioned some of the strawberries. So strawberry rhubarb is actually going to be coming up soon, and we'll be sourcing from White Rain Farm, which is in Taunton, or Spring Rain Farm in Taunton. So when we can, we'll locally source. In fact, a lot of the vendors here, we'll pick up, some rhubarb from some of them. We'll get some of the blueberries. So when we can locally source, absolutely, we'd love to do that.
So there you have it from Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Intergenerational farming. Multiple generations continuing to farm to keep the local food system strong. We'd love to hear from you. If you've learned something from watching Meet the Farmer TV, send us an email, send us a video. Tell us how it impacted your life, and we'll share it here on Meet the Farmer TV. So send your emails and videos to Frank at Meet the Farmer TV. Frank's our producer. He takes care of making all this stuff happen. So you send your emails and your videos about Meet the Farmer TV and your questions or your experience after you've watched Meet the Farmer TV to Frank at meetthefarmer.tv.